Production where Legion M hired in our fan community, Morgan Freeman, Ed Harris, Sonequa Martin Green, and Natalie Morales to be in this movie. And so, we've gone from the idea that like, oh, Legion M, wouldn't it be cool if fans could unite? Like, what could we do? To the fact that we've got, 5 movies coming out in Hall H panels.
And not just that, the movies that we're doing are actually coming from the community in the sense that when we started, we really thought this was sort of fantasy, sci-fi. Those are the hardcore fans. But we've quickly found our community was interested in many things. I mean, My Dead Friend Zoe is a social impact movie about the experience that veterans have. And, couldn't be prouder of that. And obviously Defiant, we're premiering the, sort of launching the graphic novel. And that came from a message board on Facebook from our community saying, why hasn't, a movie or a TV series been done about this man? He's just incredible. And we wholeheartedly agreed and came together. It's been a process, but we now have Rob Edwards, who's writing the graphic novel. He's the screenwriter for Princess and the Frog, and was on Fresh Prince and Living Color. It's
amazing. This particular movie, Defiant, is probably the biggest swing that Legion M has taken so far, because this is a studio movie. Like, this is something where you need $50-100 million in order to do it. It's out of our reach right now. And so what we're trying to do is unite a community so that we can show people that there's an audience for this. And, people that are like, guys, in the 100 years of Hollywood, right? They made 11 Fast and Furious movies. There's 2 emoji movies, for goodness sake. And nobody has saw fit to tell this particular story. It's absolutely incredible. And so we're starting with a graphic novel. The wonderful thing about a graphic novel is that it's the first draft of the storyboards, and it allows us to get the story out there, to build a community, and it also allows the community to have input, because we put it out there, and then the people that back it on Kickstarter, we're going to do development calls and surveys, and you get to talk to the creators and say, because they want to know, like, what works for you? Like, are there any things that you found, that were confusing? And they will learn from that feedback so that when we do the actual storyboards, the second draft, it'll be that much better.
Well, and the distance between the consumer and the producer is being closed. This is something the studios don't do. And, I think it's really something that, wherever things go, we're going to see more and more of that.
It's, I'm going to talk about this on the panel later today, but I think it's impossible to overstate the significant amount of change that is going on in the industry right now. Both with the strikes as well as, the collapse of cable bundles and the rise of streaming. And it's literally, we are living at this moment through the earthquake, from the last 10 years of tectonic plate movement on a geological basis, and it's a devastating earthquake. There's going to be so much damage. From the people that are striking and haven't had work in months with literally no end in sight, to all the collateral damage. The people, the
service,
the restaurants, and the editors and the crew that aren't working, but it's it's going to destroy parts of the old ecosystem, from which the ruins, the next generation will rise. And I think, if you look at the strikes and how people are covering it, it's all about money, of course, and of the literally trillions of dollars that are generated by entertainment, like how that gets divvied up and how can creators get a fair share and that sort of thing. But the thing that nobody ever brings up is that every single one of those trillions of dollars comes from us, the audience. Like, we're the ones that buy the tickets and pay the subscriptions and decide what to watch. And so that's the whole premise of Legion M, is that if you can unite us, we have untold power in the entertainment industry to shape it in the way that we think is best. And what's best about it is that it's not like a cause, right? You're not donating. It's not we're going to boycott this in exchange for this, but we're inviting people to own it and be a part of it, right? And when you join Legion M, if you choose to become an investor, you're buying stock in the company. And so, we're a 5-employee company, right? So we're really tiny. But if we're successful and if we can unite people, we can not only shape the future, but gosh, if you had bought into Disney or Netflix when they were 5 employees, like that might be valuable someday. So.
But beyond that, it's like, last year we were here with Bill, and we made the announcement that Bill wanted to include his fans in the ownership of the documentary, and it was a call to action. We had a list of sort of non-binding reservations, as it were, but we thought that there'd be some people, and a portion of that, and then we'd go out to the greater community and Bill's social media. When we did it, it just happened with just the group that had. So we were sort of blown away, and part of why we were coming back with Bill was to thank the community who absolutely just stepped up and wanted to own a part of what we believe will be Bill's legacy.
Yes. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Well, all I can say, Liz, seriously, thank you guys. I mean, neither one of us is William Shatner, and you guys still came, and I am forever grateful for that.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
No, we really appreciate it. So.
Take you too.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck. You guys have a great con.
Thank you.